How does a rising football star, once rubbing shoulders with legends like Cristiano Ronaldo, end up homeless? Royston Drenthe's journey is nothing short of shocking. A story of incredible highs, devastating lows, and a fall from grace that no one saw coming. From the world's biggest football stage to the unforgiving streets, what went wrong for Royston? How did a dream life turn into a nightmare? Stay with us as we uncover the truth behind his fall. And remember, life can change in the blink of an eye. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the Soccer Stars Rewind, and share this eye-opening story with your friends. So let's dive in. A troubling beginning. Royston Drenthe's life was difficult right from the beginning. He was born into a challenging environment, and his childhood was far from ordinary. When Royston was only 3 years old, his family went through a traumatic experience that would stay with him forever. One day, their neighbour rang the doorbell urgently, asking for help. When his mother opened the door, she made a horrifying discovery. Royston's father had been murdered. His father's death was the result of a violent act by rival criminals who wanted to take control of his territory. The murder happened outside a bar where Royston's father had been selling drugs. The person responsible for the killing was sentenced to 9 years in prison, but that didn't bring back what was lost. For Royston, losing his father at such a young age marked the start of a life filled with hardship and struggle. This tragic event would shape Royston's life, influencing his decisions and actions for years to come. The pain of his father's death stayed with him, adding to the many challenges he would face as he grew older. Early football beginnings. Despite the many challenges he faced, Royston found comfort in football from a young age. At around 5 years old, he began showing amazing talent on the field. Even though he was smaller than most kids his age, Royston had no fear, and football became his escape from the trouble surrounding him. It gave him the confidence and purpose he needed to keep going. In 1996, at just 9 years old, Royston joined the Fard Youth Academy. This was where his skills truly started to stand out. His talent on the field was undeniable, and it seemed like he was destined for greatness. However, despite his promising future in football, Royston's personal life was still a constant struggle. The challenges from his past followed him, and his off-field problems began to affect his journey in the sport. Still, his love for football remained strong, and it continued to be his escape. A troubled teenager. As a teenager, Royston's life took a darker turn. His rebellious attitude and difficult upbringing started to take a toll. He began using marijuana and hanging out with the wrong people. His behaviour became worse, and he even threw wet toilet paper at his coaches, which led to his expulsion from the academy at the age of 15. This was a huge setback for Royston, leaving him feeling broken and lost. After being kicked out, Royston was sent to play for a smaller club, but he didn't have the same passion for the game. His heart wasn't in it anymore. Instead of focusing on football, he spent his days on the streets, getting involved in risky activities and drifting further away from the sport he once loved. It seemed like Royston's dreams of becoming a football star were slipping away, and his future looked uncertain. The road to redemption. In 2004, after years of trouble, Royston started to find his way again. He joined a new club, and for the first time in a long time, he felt the joy of playing football once more. He made an important choice to distance himself from the bad influences in his life and stopped spending time on the streets. His hard work and dedication began to show, and his new club noticed his talent. They invited him back to their academy, a decision they would later come to regret. By 2005, Royston's career began to take off. His time at the academy paid off when he signed his first professional contract. In January 2006, he made his debut with the first team, and his performance impressed everyone. Royston quickly became a rising star in the football world. His talent caught the attention of national scouts, and soon he was playing for the Dutch U21 national team. This success only helped boost his reputation, and it seemed like Royston's dream was finally coming true. A dream move to Real Madrid. By the summer of 2007, Royston had truly made a name for himself. He was named the best player in a major European tournament, catching the eyes of some of the biggest football clubs in the world. Barcelona, Chelsea, and Real Madrid were all eager to sign him. Royston's dream came true when he accepted an offer from Real Madrid. At just 20 years old, his life changed dramatically. He signed a contract worth $1.4 million a year with a signing bonus of $500,000. To top it off, he was gifted an Audi Q7, a symbol of his new life of fame and fortune. Suddenly, Royston was living in a world he had only dreamed of, one full of luxury and excitement. But with all the success came immense pressure. The expectations placed on him were heavy, and the struggle to meet them slowly started to affect his personal life and mental health. The downfall begins. Soon after joining Real Madrid, Royston's life started to unravel. Despite scoring in his debut match, he couldn't handle the immense pressure of being in the spotlight. To cope, he turned to alcohol. One night, after drinking too much, he got behind the wheel of his new Audi Q7. His blurry vision led to a crash into a police cruiser, marking the start of his downfall. Instead of focusing on his football career, Royston began seeking distractions in partying and gambling. He spent his money recklessly, buying expensive properties and hosting lavish events, including a $700,000 wedding. Royston's life of excess and luxury was a way to escape his problems, but he was living beyond his means. It wasn't long before his reckless choices began to catch up with him, and the dream he once had started to slip away. Royston's fall at Real Madrid. As Royston's personal life continued to spiral, his professional life followed suit. In his second season at Real Madrid, his playing time was cut dramatically. He played only 657 minutes, down from 135 minutes in his first season. His performances were no longer as impressive, and tensions grew between him and teammates like Fernando Gago and Javier Saviola. By the end of his third season, Royston had played just 483 minutes in 11 games. His relationship with coach Jose Mourinho also started to break down. To get him away from the growing issues at Real Madrid, Royston was loaned out to the Spanish club Hercules for a season. Hercules hoped Royston could help them avoid relegation, but things didn't go as planned. Royston's relationship with the club quickly soured, and after 4 months without getting paid, he decided to leave, marking another painful chapter in his career. Royston's Everton nightmare. After his time at Hercules ended badly, Real Madrid loaned Royston to the English club Everton for the final year of his contract. Everton hoped a fresh start could help him turn things around, but Royston's problems only got worse. His lack of discipline and growing anxiety kept him from focusing on football. His struggles on and off the field led to disagreements with Everton's coach, David Moyes. Eventually, Royston was fired after a heated argument with the coach. At this point, it seemed like Royston's career was over. He had been moved from club to club, and none of them helped him reach his full potential. The pressure, personal issues, and lack of focus had destroyed his once promising career, but sadly, the worst was yet to come, as his life would continue to take even darker turns. The Russian adventure. In one last attempt to revive his career, Royston moved to Russia and joined a club in a small town. His salary of $1.2 million for 6 months seemed like a good opportunity, but things quickly went wrong. The club went bankrupt after only 4 months, and Royston was left with just $10,000. His reputation was damaged, and fewer clubs were willing to sign him. Desperate for money, Royston joined the English club Reading, which offered him $1.2 million per year. But once again, his struggles got in the way. His addiction to partying and gambling distracted him from his football career, and he failed to make any impact. His once promising career continued to spiral down as his poor choices took a toll on both his professional and personal life. It seemed as though Royston's dreams of success were slipping further away with every wrong decision. The end of the road. After failing to make an impact at Reading, Royston spent the next few years focused on chasing money. He even took a trip to Las Vegas to gamble, but it ended up being a disaster. He lost most of what he had left, and when he returned, he realised that his savings were almost gone. Worse, no top-tier football clubs were interested in him anymore. His football career came to a sad end as he started playing for lower-tier teams. Royston joined Real Mallorca in Spain's third division, and after a few seasons, he moved back to the Netherlands to play for smaller clubs. But by then, the damage was done. He had lost everything: his friends, his fortune, and his once promising career. It was a stark reminder of how quickly things can change when you make the wrong choices. A life in ruin. Royston's personal life had fallen apart. He developed several addictions, including drinking, smoking, and gambling, which destroyed both his health and his finances. In 2020, he even faced accusations of money laundering and was declared bankrupt. By 2022, Royston's fall from grace was complete. The football star who had once been tipped as the next big thing was now living in poverty, filled with regret and reflection. Despite everything that happened, Royston doesn't regret his past. He has said that he wouldn't change anything. His life was full of wild moments with many highs and lows, but Royston believes that every mistake he made helped shape who he is today. It's a reminder that sometimes the hardest experiences in life can teach us the most valuable lessons. A new beginning in healthcare. After his football career ended and his money ran out, Royston found a new direction in life. He wrote a biography about his wild, often reckless journey, sharing his story with others. Over time, he made a shift into the healthcare industry, where he has been working ever since. While his life took a painful turn, Royston has managed to rebuild and move forward in his way. His story shows that even after hitting rock bottom, it's possible to find a new path and start over. Royston Drenthe's story is a powerful reminder of how fame, fortune, and excess can quickly turn into downfall. It teaches us that no matter how talented or successful you are, personal mistakes and addictions can change everything. While his career may have been brief, his journey will be remembered as a cautionary tale for anyone dreaming of the spotlight. So, what can we learn from Royston's story? How can we avoid the same mistakes? Think about it. If you found this story interesting, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more content, and share it with your friends.